At the start of the relationships, our minds convinced us that it was a good idea. I wonder why. You know, it's like calling someone into a pen to grow them within that pen. I'm referring to animals, to feed them, to blossom them, to grow them, to let love grow, and then eventually just harvested through the perception that this person isn't good for us. I wonder why this person isn't good for us, because we didn't have the true power to grow with that person, to acknowledge that person's weaknesses, to grow with that person, to accept that person, to love that person, to bring the good into that person, to share with that person, to understand that they might have really bad sides to them, but that's not going to stop me from loving you. That's going to only make me more aware what I need to do to accept you and to give you the strength to improve in those sides. But once we start to listen to the mind, we listen to the mind's voice of saying this person isn't good for us, this person's taking from us, and giving up that person and feeling like we need to take that person out of our lives because it will bring us better. Now, for some of us, this is the case. We give that person up, and then we continue on with our lives. We continue in this state of mind that we're better than that person, that we think. And then the truth happens is that eventually we will find ourselves in the opposite side, where someone actually gives up on us. And when that person gives up on us, that's when you experience true heartbreak, is when you were given up by someone. And we're in a constant jumping from side to side. It's like, you're the heartbreaker and then your heart gets broken. It's like we're constantly used as one or the other, because we're all having different states of awareness, and sometimes one person's awareness can be another person's weakness, just as some person's weakness can be some person's awareness. And then therefore we're constantly feeling that someone's weakening us or someone's strengthening us. And when we feel like someone's strengthening us, we want to keep them in our lives. But then when someone's feeling like someone's weakening us, we want to leave their lives. So that's where the unconditional love, unconditional acceptance comes from, forming a relationship, understanding that we are going to support each other and we're not going to give up the love. Because once love grows, it's divinity within truth. The truth will always protect the relationship by learning what we need to do to better ourselves. It's the ignorance which convinces us that there's no hope, there's no sense of change, or there's no sense of light within the life, within the relationship. It's over. It's the ignorance from the mind. It's the mind trying to harvest the love. The love is energy. The love is light. The love is happiness. And it's the mind using its mechanism to harvest. It's almost like saying, okay, the love exists now. It's harvestable. Let's cut it. And then once it's cut, it's the weakness which flows within the heart. The heart is then cut open, and the weakness can come in and eat that love, eat that energy. It's on a quantum level, it's literally parasitical energies leeching this love out of us. And that's why when we feel heartbreak, it feels so surreal of just energy being exposed into this quantum field of just submission. It's like we're just laying there and energy is feasting off of us because it exists. This is the reality. And we all know it because we all feel it. When our heart is broken, we feel horrible. We feel it's because we're being leaked into the quantum field of the perceptional world that we're living in. It's constructed to take from us. It's constructed we are essentially love bearers which are harvested to produce energy for entities within this dimension. That's essentially what we are. And which isn't a negative, because we can learn how to protect ourselves. It's truth. I mean, there's no real way to hide it. I mean, it's pretty true. We'll wrap it up in one more.